good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. Happy Colin from Alaska. Colin, I feel like I'm in Alaska right now down here in Charlotte. I don't know what the temperature is in Alaska, but I gotta believe we're getting close. We're closer today than we were ever. It was like can't be as close as Jim Morris. Jim was like, I don't even know, it might have been like 4 degrees for all our Nashville people. I'm praying for y'all. Praying for this sun. Let me put this over here. 11 below this morning. Okay. All right. We are not. See, I know Alaska always got to show off. Alaska always got to show off, don't you? Tell us what temperature it is where you're at. Tell us the temperature. What do you got? What's your temperature where you are right here? Colin, yeah, he doesn't play. He brings it. It was 12 degrees for us in Charlotte. 10. It's pretty cold here. 13 feels like 4. What up, Sam? Yeah, it was 11, 8 in Maryland. Wendy, she's down in Florida, but that is cold. 22 is cold. I'll give it to you. 12 degrees. Anybody else? Let's see. 12. What 12 seems to be a good number today. What else? 22 in Texas. Yeah, Texas has been pretty cold too. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a little. What up, Amanda? I can't wait to see you. Guys, I've never spoken in Alabama until next month. I'm going down to Gulf Shores. She told me, she's like, Brock, we got a place right there on the beach. I was like, okay, fine. You don't have to talk me into it. I'll go. So excited to be with you all next month. So good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. Happy Tuesday to you. Let's get this show started. I'm going to tell it for you if you're driving, you might want to pull over because I'm about to show you a video that's going to be a little raunchy. Not that type of raunchy, Colin. It's just going to be a little bit one of those that I thought the message today really made an impact. I got 10 things I'm going to share with you today. And some really notes that I think is going to be really beneficial on your mindset this morning and growing. And so my name is Coach Brock Zevan. I'm a life coach, business coach, real estate coach, a real estate agent, and a DAD. And it's been a kind of a DAD the last 5 or 6 days with the kiddos because of the snow, not being at not going to school, the balancing act. But I've also learned a lot of lessons. And I'm going to share with you some of these lessons today. I'm going to share with you some things that I feel like our kids teach us all the time. And for whatever reason, as adults, we grow up, we don't carry it with us. We kind of like leave it in our childhood and not bring it to us as we become adults. So first and foremost, before I get into the video that I'm going to share with y'all, I would like Grace to put up the affirmation. I like everybody to come off of mute, and we're all going to say it together. We're all going to say it together. So come off of mute. Grace, throw up our wonderful affirmation. And on the count of 3, I really, just like I share with you, our kids work through us, you're going to work through somebody today. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, and 3,
Something good is going to happen to me.
Something good is going to happen
through me.
Love it. I love it. So I need you all just to, whatever you're doing, there's 2 videos I'm going to share with you. The first one's 9 seconds. You're not going to want to miss it because it happens very quickly. And I'm not going to lie to you, Hunter. I was this was one that really caught my attention. It made me stop in my tracks as you see this. Okay. So here's the first video I'm going to share with you. This literally happened 2 days ago, Jim. And for those of you who have children, can you all see this? I don't know if I can. I'll make it a full screen. But that's Bryce on the hill. Y'all can see that? I can't see some people, so I assume you guys can see it. Somebody say yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Here's Bryce going down the hill. For those of you who are parents, you can only imagine what I was going through. So my heart kind of dropped. Not kind of dropped, it dropped. In I 100%, I was 99% thought he broke his leg. I thought for sure his leg was broken. And it was the second time he went down. We just went outside and I was just like, I cannot believe this is happening. And I visually went into the worst. How am I going to get there? Because it's all ice. What am I going to like so many thoughts go in your head, but your first thought is always negative, which is fine, but that's exactly where my first thought was. So I brought him inside and he was crying, needless to say. I mean, I was scared because I really was just like, what the hell am I going to do on trying to do this? Now, here's the thing with children. They're resilient. They dust themselves off and they find a way inside of them to overcome what they just did. And that's the amazing part, because now I'm going to show you the second video that literally happened probably 15 minutes after I thought he broke his leg. And what I like about the video here, it literally shows him almost again on what he was about to do. But look at this kid. We as adults struggle with this because when we face a challenge or we have ourselves get knocked off, we just say, well, it didn't work. I guess it was meant to be. I'm not going to go down that hill again. I hurt myself last time. Do you know what happened to me, Brock? Do you understand what took place in my divorce, in my marriage, in my family, in my business, in my finances? Do you understand? I can't go do that again. I hurt myself. I fell down. How many of you am I talking to today? Put a 5 in the chat that you're like, damn, that I had to dust myself off. I've fallen and I'm scared to go back to it. And some of you still might be doing it today that you're scared and nervous. Some of you have overcome it and you're the second video and you faced your fear. And some of us are still like, damn, I'm scared because I still remember the past. I still have that feeling of failure, of that pain, that what it felt. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. We set up some precautions to make sure that he doesn't hit it again. But I'm talking to somebody today that might need this little jolt to be like, get back on the frickin' hill and go down it. You're going to be okay. And for whatever reason as we grow up, we lose that energy. We lose that enthusiasm. So here are the 10 things, as I titled it, from now on. From now on today, on how I want you to try to go into situations to think about them different. And the first one I wrote down is you can't change the past. You don't need to. The power is not behind you. It's what you do next. The power is not in the past. It's what you do next is what's the most important thing. It's how you handle yourself moving forward. I love Les Brown when he says the situations in my life don't control me. It's my decisions from them. It's how I handle it. Do I dust myself back off, Steve? Do I keep going, Michelle? Or do I just fall flat and just bring this anchor with me the rest of my life? Number 3, this one's my best one. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. if Bryce stayed in his element from that sled riding event and allowed that woe is me and didn't change, he never would have went down that hill again. Something inside of him has to change, and nothing will ever change if you don't change. That's why I love nothing changes if nothing changes. If you're willing to move forward. Number 3. This was Chad free on here. This one's Chad free. Maybe it's somebody else. Stop waiting for everything to line up. Stop waiting for everything to line up. Perfection is the worst enemy to completion. Perfection is the worst enemy to completion. Many of us are just like, well, I don't have my website. Wait until I get my dialer, Brock. Once I have my dialer, I'm freaking going to make calls like you won't even believe it. Brock, I'm working on this new program. Once I have this app and I'm able to get all the information I need, I'm going to freaking crush it. Wait until you see me go into play. Brock, I'm getting ready to be an amazing speaker. I have 6 speaking engagements that I'm going to practice. I have a practice session, a role play session, and I'm going to be one of the best speakers that wait until people hear me. I just have to leave my house. Right? I'm talking to somebody right now that is, they're waiting for everything to line up. I got news for you. And for those of you who have children, for those of you who are about to have children, for somebody, I always, when people tell me, we're just waiting for everything, or we're waiting for our finances, then we're just going to knock it out of the park, Brock. We're going to just have kids like no other. Sure. You will never be prepared to have kids. I can tell you that. There's nothing that can prepare for you for the love that you have inside and what you will go through. Number 5, the enemy of change is always tomorrow. The enemy of change is always tomorrow. Brock, tomorrow is my day. Tomorrow I got things really lined up. It's going to make perfect sense. The weather is going to be better. The temperatures are going to be higher. I'm going to challenge you all today. I want you to put a 10 in the chat. I don't care how small your situation is. I'm going to ask anybody to put a 10 in the chat. And Jay or Grace, make sure we get all these 10s because I will personally reach out to you. Put a 10 in the chat if you're willing to make a change today in the simplest capacity. Maybe it's you're going to go to bed earlier. Maybe it's you're going to eat healthy today. Put a 10 in the chat if you're willing to make it. Oh boy, we got a lot of 10s here. Okay. All right. Looks like I'm going to be busy. Put a 10 in here, and we're going to, Jay or Grace, put my phone number in here because some of these people, I don't have their phone numbers as I look through. So make sure you get my phone number here. And I want you to tell me the change you're going to make. I want you to text it to me, the change you're going to make. So it's easy to put a 10 in here. Okay. So this was a little reverse psychology. Easy to put a 10. Now I want you to put your mouth where you put your 10 and text me and tell me what it is. There's my number right there. And you could text me what your change is going to be today. Like I said, it could be very small. I don't care. Could be maybe you're going to go sled riding because you've been down a hill you don't want to go down. Okay. So you all put 10. So my phone should be blowing up here at 8:46. Number 5, we get obsessed with the destination and not the journey. We get so obsessed with the destination and not the journey. I always say, I was telling somebody, it might have been Fran, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. It's all about the little steps. It's all about the little things we do. I'm working with Hunter and Jay and Robert and Jared. Amazing team and insurance with Goosehead. And I sat down with them for like 3 hours on Friday. Chris Reshitar connected me with them. Hats off to Chris, his mortgage company, and he's all about connection. Also, he connected me with Jay. Next thing you know, I'm down in Charlotte with these guys for 3 hours. And now they can't stand me because they owe me stuff at 6:30. And if I don't get it at 6:31, I'm blowing them up. Where are you? You're a minute late. You didn't do this. Where are you at this? They're like, son of a bitch. Probably like, what did we get ourselves into? But it's about the journey. It's the process. And it's always the hardest in the beginning. I'm annoying right now to people that are working on their morning routine, on their dials they're supposed to make. But I promise you, if I get them to their 10K each a month, Jay's going to call me up and say, where do you want to eat? And I don't care where it is and how much it costs. If they have better morning routines, if they're going to the gym, they're healthier. They're getting up 30 minutes early. I guarantee you, they're going to be like, man, I really appreciate this. It is the journey of who they're becoming. We already know majority of our destinations all. We already know what the bank account we want it to look like. But are we willing to take the steps in the journey to get them there? The early mornings, the late nights, the numerous phone calls, the text messages, all these things. It's love, not annoying. Thanks, Jim. See, that makes me feel better. All right, number 6. Well, it kind of, I guess I see sometimes when I put this all together in my head, number 6 is don't be afraid of the beginner. Don't be afraid of the beginning. The beginning is the hardest part. It's like starting a train. It's the hardest part. It's the most energy, requires the most enthusiasm. All their efforts need to be done in the beginning because you're creating a habit. Habits are extremely hard to create, and doing it consistently and over and over and over and over and over again. But once you get going write down this: I'm becoming a badass. I'm becoming a badass. Just be plain and simple in who you're becoming. I was listening to a video the other day and it was just like, don't be nervous to become a beast. Alex Hormozy asked this question in one of his videos. He says, if you were to build a hero, what would it be made out of? How would you build it? What would it come with? What does a hero look like to you? What are you looking to build in yourselves? Number 7, if you fall down, it doesn't disqualify you. If you fall down, it doesn't disqualify you. So when I was writing these notes down and looking at it, because Bryce hurt himself, I mean, I was the first person to say, like, are we done for the day? And I immediately said to myself, why did you say that, Brock? Why did you say, are you done for the day? I repositioned myself pretty quickly and I said, let's get you some ice so you can get back up. I'm going to say that again. When you fail, it doesn't disqualify you. It just requires a repositioning. I'm just getting started. Exactly, Colin. That's why I love the line. I shared it the other day over at Gary Ashton's team, that when Muhammad Ali was asked how many sit-ups does he do? He says, I don't know. I only start counting when the pain starts. How many of you in your dials, how many do you count? I don't know. I don't count the no's, only the yeses. Whatever that might look like for you to overcome your challenge, but just reposition it. And when I said to him, I'm going to get you some ice so you can get back out there, crying, he said, okay, Dad. Okay, but I can't right now. That's fine. I'm not asking you right now. But we're going to get back on that hill. Number 8. Change costs something. Change costs something, but not changing costs more. But not changing will cost more. Let that sink in. Because sometimes we like to put ourselves in a comfort bubble. Sometimes we like to just to keep ourselves in a position where just like, well, I don't want to, I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to stay in comfort. Comfort is where there's no growth. Oh, I hate to say it to you. You become stagnant. Not changing will cost you more. Number 9, God isn't focused on who you've been. God is not focused on who you've been. He's focused on who you're becoming. It goes back to that journey. So I want you to write this down. Who are you becoming? Who are you becoming, David? Who are you becoming, Steve? Who are you becoming? What is it that you're becoming? Understand it. What is it? What do you vision? What do you look like? What do you see yourself in becoming? And the last one, I wrote this down and I got to highlight even. Number 10. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with the life you've been given starting today? What are you going to do with the life you've been given starting today? And let me break it down for you. I always feel every single day I'm given choices in life. I'm given choices every single day, and you can Google it. How many choices and decisions do we make every day? There'll be a large number. From setting our alarm clock to what we eat and put it in our mouth to go into the gym. All these things. I was telling Fran today that the gym was closed. And so I go there, and there was like a couple of us waiting there at 5 o'clock, and they were closed. And so I was like, son of a bitch, I'm going to have to run in this weather. And it was really cold, but I had a choice to make. Well, I could work out inside and I could just do some push-ups and sit-ups where it's warm, or I can go outside and I can go run. So one was making the decision. The second decision that I made is I needed to put somebody in my head that was going to make me feel like a big wimp if I didn't go for a run. And so I have this already planned inside my head that where I go when I want to be called a little wuss, I go listen to my main man, Mr. David Goggins. And I listen to David Goggins. If you haven't listened to David Goggins, go Google David Goggins and look up the He Can't Hurt Me. And he really has a way of putting it inside of me, being like, you are going to go run. And so that's what I did. And I went for my run. But starting at that very moment, I could make a decision. The decision was first to go to the gym. The first decision was when Wendy said, be careful. There's a lot of black ice. It's really cold out. I can't believe you're getting up this early. Are you still getting up early? There's no school today. Why are you going to do that? Now, she didn't give me a litany of that, but she said a couple things. Because she's protecting me. They come from protection. Not because she doesn't want me to work out, but just like, be careful out there. It's cold. It's black ice, blah, 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 blah. And then it was like, I had to make that decision. I'm like, well, yeah, you're right. I mean, what's an extra hour? I was like, no. Then I get to the gym. It's closed. Make another decision. Go out for a run. Well, the sidewalks are icy. How do I handle that? Go on the road. The road's not as bad. You have more control. You can have more stability. Keep on going. Then I had to come in, write my calendar, do my schedule. If I make Hunter and all these guys write their calendars, guess what? I better write my calendar. I got the prayer call. I got to show up for that. I got this show. I got 5 other appointments today. Got to set up listing appointments. Do I show up? I'm probably going to have the kids again tomorrow morning. First thing, they're going to have no school. I got to already start preparing that I'm not going to be at 100% tomorrow. So I got to start planning today. Do people around me know today's going to be a late day? Do I set my schedule up? All these are decisions all. I want you to, because I'm not going to put a 10 in the chat because then I'm going to get confused on who I need to respond back to. I want you to put a 1 in the chat that you right this very moment are going to make a commitment today, starting right now, that whatever it is that you are going to do, whatever it is you have inside your mind, you are making a commitment to everybody that's on this show here that you are going to do starting today. You're uncomfortable. All right, I have no 1s, so that's good. Oh, I got 1, so all right, we're fine. I got a couple people willing to make some 1s, make some decisions. Now, as soon as we get done this show, here's your action item. You have to do it immediately. You have to start the plan immediately. I would even go into ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, I just got off this webinar. The guy asked me to make this change. Here's my change. I need to start it immediately. What are some strategies around this that could help me achieve my goal today? So when he reaches out to me, I can tell him, yeah, I am a badass and I did it. Use resources around you. Maybe you want to do marketing. Maybe you want to do something with podcasting. You're going to call Jim. You'll be like, you know what? I'm just going to call this Jim guy. I've been wanting to do that. So I'm just going to call him and reach out to him. Maybe I want to write this book and Michelle's been nipping in my ear to do this book. And now I'm going to call Michelle to do this book. Maybe I got this buyer who tells me they have bad credit. They can't buy anything. Now I'm going to have Chris Reshitar. Maybe I've been pulling off my insurance, been sucking out and I can't stand it. And I keep paying the premium. Every day I tell myself I'm going to do it. Today's the day I'm going to call Hunter. I'm going to call Jared. I'm going to call this team. Maybe today's the day that I'm going to reach out to somebody that I haven't been reaching out to. I want to go to an event and I'm going to go to Amanda's event. I'm going to go to Justine's event. Maybe I've been listening, calling long enough, and I want to talk to that guy and see what he's got going on. I want to do investing, and I'm going to talk to Sherry. I want to get into multifamilies. I'm going to talk to Sandy. I want to go do something with John Hart because I know some millionaires that need some money, and they're going to help me because I can make money or passive income that way. Whatever the hell it is that you got to do, today's your day that you are going to make a decision and move the needle and lean into it. Yes or yes? Are we all in on this? Put a yes in the chat if you're in. Brock, you told me to put a 1. Now I'm telling you to put a yes because I want you to understand you have the capacity to do something different in your life, whether it's to eat better, work out, whatever it is that you got inside of you, you can do it today. We're at the end of the first month. Stop bitching, whining, and complaining and just do it. You're going to be happy. I promise you. I haven't met an alcoholic come back to the group and say, you know what? This whole non-drinking thing really sucks. Like I've been getting up earlier. I'm healthier. I have clarity on this. I really don't like this. This is really throwing me off. Like haven't had it since. Today's your day. Today's your day. If you got something out of today, put me in the chat. If you got something out of today, put me in the chat. If you got something out of today, put a me in the chat in some capacity, in some way that, you know what, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to do something that I've never done before. And today's the day that I'm going to do it. I'm going to rise up. Grace will put my phone number, all my information once again in this wonderful text. We'll put our show notes inside of here so you can go to my Facebook group, the Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivation. Just get in the room, all get in the environment. They're all like-minded like us. You're willing to make a change. Enough is enough. I need to be in a new environment, a new room, a new firm. I want to be around new winners, whatever it might be. Today's the day that you are going to lean in and make a decision. And a lot of you put me's and a lot of you put 10s. So let's fricking do it. Guys, that's what I got today. It is 7:46 in Central, 6:46 in the mountains. No, it's not in Pacific. I don't even know what time it is. All I know is 8:46. I try to pretend I was cool to tell you all the time zones, but all I know is it's 8:46 and I got to go. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 Eastern time. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate y'all. Make a freaking change today. Text me. I'm going to count how many 10s I have, and I'm going to see how many text messages I have in the next 10 minutes. Make a change today. Till I see you tomorrow morning at 8:15. If I can help you in any way, you're looking to lean in and change your life. looking at a different real estate firm, looking at different coaching, you interview me. Let's have a conversation. Till then, see ya.